Buongiorno, darlings. Happy full moon, happy eclipse season. How are you traveling? I've been sleeping a lot. And crying is a food group. Everything is changing very, very rapidly. For myself, how are you doing? How are you handling it? Yeah, we're in it. Yeah. Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me? No, it's Taurus season now. No, I'm resting. If it was an Aries season, I would have come. But right now, we're in eclipse season and we just need to buckle to God. Just buckle. And I use the term God brazenly, so if that term is triggering for you, please, the universe, Gaia, Mother Earth, all that are, God, Goddess, all there is, whatever word for you that really resonates for the one who is in control outside of myself. Like if your higher self and the God of your understanding had a baby, it's you. So let's whatever word that is for you, because we're going into times that are beyond galactic, beyond biblical, beyond funky dunky, beyond whatever, beyond magical. So let's unpack this. So today we are discussing the full moon eclipse that's happening in Scorpio. Holy God was my first note. Trust your gut. Believe no one, including me. Like, trust absolutely no one except yourself from now on. And I'll give you a few tools at the end as to how I want you to engage in anything that happens outside of yourself that really is like, what the fuck, Sarah? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the thing that's going to happen outside of yourself that makes you want to physically pick up the phone and call me and be like, Sarah, what is going on? Towards the end of the video, I'm just going to give you a few tools and tricks that have helped me before when I was first waking up into like the lions and tigers and bears side of things, because this full moon is happening in Scorpio, which is the lions and tigers and bears portion of the zodiac. I mean, we're talking about transformation, death, rebirth. This is like wills, shared possessions. If the second house over here, which is where the sun is in the sky, is about money and values and access to resources, this is the Taurus run house of the general wheel zodiac. This is, like when we're moving, what we put in the box. And the eighth house is, the apartment, the home, the land, the backpack, what we share it with. And it's like, but also like very deeply sexual. Like this is the Scorpion. So look at that, this is fixed negative water energy. If we take this guy off, it's run by Pluto and Mars. So those are also heavy hitters that are happening within this eclipse. And so how do I say? If the title of the video and the tarot cards that I pulled for this were decide for yourself, like trust your gut and no one else, including me. Like, don't trust me right now. I can give you tools. I can give you access to the information and access to resources as to where the planets are in the sky, what those vibrations mean, the different lenses, if you will, as to what we're viewing all of these experiences through. But this is truly like, if Taurus is all about the body and like the physical reality that we live in, like if you've met a Tauran, they just like love bougie, like good things, good food, good paper, good stacks of paper. They like to be taken care of for good reason. They're beautiful. They're run by Venus. We're all feeling that deliciousness right now. And the Scorpion is like also very physical, sexual, sensual, but at the same time, it has to have fucking purpose. It has to have deep meaning and connection. And it's like the still waters run deep. This is like, I'm a Scorpio rising, conjunct Pluto in my 12th house. So like I literally like live in a fucking odd cemetery of like lions and tigers and bears and witches and wizards and all these up, down, side to side things. And I'm just like, yeah, so this is my happy place. This is where I live. And these are my tarot cards. And oh my God, let me introduce you to Jeffrey. He's right over here. Yeah, he's really nice. He's also right here. Where is he? Right there. Yeah, that's Jeffrey. And just like, yeah, but like the place is like right across, like that was where I was jumped for the first time by an entity. I had to go to like my first shaman experience. It was really great and super fun. And like sometimes I have a channel and stuff like, but it's like, yeah, that's a me thing. But that's the Scorpio world. This is where the full moon is happening. We're collectively highlighting and purging old belief systems, endings. This is like, you can't hide your secrets much longer. If the full moon is so bright in the sky, it's just going to shine a light on all of your addiction problems, all of your problems that are like ancestral traumas. It's just going to be like, oh my goodness, all the celebrities that are pedophiles, and just like everybody, all the elites and the Illuminati that's running the whole fucking corrupt thing. It's all coming to be, child. Yeah. So that's Scorpion stuff. And it's going to be in a way where it's just like in plain motherfucking sight, and you're just going to be like, okay. I'll give you the word. I'll give you some tools at the end, but the word that I really want you to use when you see anything that happens outside of yourself that could be a lions and tigers and bears, or perceived as up, down, side to side, just something that's like, I want you to go, interesting. So, trust your gut. The full moon eclipse in Scorpio. Holy God, that was my first note. Full moon. Believe no one, including me. Trust your gut, no one else, and read the motherfucking fine print. Yeah, it's getting wild out there. And do your research. Do your own research, and use search engines that, like a DuckDuckGo, because it's so cute to say DuckDuckGo, isn't it? Okie dokie. So now let's get out our pens and our journals. I'm going to give you some dates. So for the Eastern Standard Time, Glasdamiath, we are looking at the 5th of May at 13:33. So that's 1:33 in the afternoon. And for the Gold Coast in Australia, this is happening on the 6th of May at 3:33. So I thought that was fun. So I wanted to get my angel book out and see what 3:33 was, what that number meant for me in this one. You're powerfully aligned with Jesus and other ascended masters at this time. You're at a crucial point in your journey where you can go beyond all previous setbacks. That's pretty cool. And please, if that ascended master's name is triggering for you, please use any ascended master that kind of works for you. Or this could even be like, I really appreciate like the power of the state pup marshmallow man, or the archetype of like the hermit, like the Gandalf or something like that. That could be what you can utilize instead of that word, if that word is triggering to your human. So like, always know that you're okay and safe if these external things, like a word, a vibration, happens and you're just like, I didn't like that. I want you to say interesting. I'm going to wait for the follow-up. Okay. Do your research. Okie dokie. That's what I wanted to say. And if there's anyone that is in a different time zone than this, that watches these videos frequently, please comment below as to where you are, and I can find the exact time. That what we want to have is the exact moment where the sun is in Taurus, this one right over here, completely in opposition to the moon, which is in Scorpio. That's when the full moon is exact. That's when the eclipse is exact, when it's at 14 degrees and some odd minutes. I didn't write the minutes down. But so that's why it doesn't really matter where you are in the world. It will happen on the 5th or the 6th. So what the fuck does all this mean, Sarah? Help me out. What the fuck does all this mean? Okay, so the sun has been in Taurus for a little while. As soon as it left Aries, it was on 420. I mean, if that tells you anything about Taurus season, it's like the Taurus likes to chill the fuck out. This is the happy birthday for anyone who's a Taurus. For the Taurus, I'm like, the way that I describe it at the restaurant is, because usually the Taurus birthdays are at the first seating. Not the bye-bye, it's the first seating. And they like good food, good beverage, good quality everything. They're going to be dressed comfortably, but nice comfortably. They're going to smell nice, be moisturized. Like, oh my God, I dated a Taurus, and like, he is just like, they're beautiful, but just like more products and amenities than, I know, so good. And so they'll have a great dinner, great dessert. One of my favorite Taurus customers. Oh my God, I can't wait. She's gonna be coming in. Oh, I gotta say it. I'm excited. Sorry, I get so excited. I will forget your name completely, but I will never forget your sign. So like when you come up to me, just say, "Hi, Sarah, I'm an Aquarius." Like that's how I want to meet you from now on, please. But they came in once and they had this great dinner, first seating. No, I think that they braved the second seating because they're usually there a little later. And I was like, "Do you want dessert?" And they're like, "Absolutely not. We have this like chocolate ganache cake at home with like a vanilla bean ice cream. I have the perfect movie that I'm going to be watching after I have my bath and I do my face mask and my routine and everything like that. I'm going to put on my fuzzy slippers and we might do a little like partaking and whatever it is that we like. And then we're going to eat the ganache cake and we're going to have the ice cream and then we're going to watch the movie. It's going to be delicious." That is the Taurus way. So happy birthday to all of you. Literally, that's like the perfect Taurus birthday. So that's where we've all been vibing in over here. That's what's happening over here. The North Node has been in Taurus, and this is like our values, access to resources, money. Taurus, like money, paper. If you want to get the Taurus a perfect birthday present, give them money. Money. They don't want a gift card. They want to spend it where they want to spend it. Give them literally money. I don't care if they're 51 years old. You give them an envelope with money in it, and they'll say thank you. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Any Taurus, prove me wrong. And this is happening conjunct Uranus at 18 degrees. So it's like for me a little bit outside of orb, but I would say that like expect shocking information. We have Mercury retrograde over here as well. Expect shocking information, like expect the unexpected. And remember what was the word that I told you to use? Interesting. I want you to do it like this, like my friend Sarah. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, and this one's happening over here. The South Node is at 3 degrees. The nodes are at 3 degrees over here. So we're at the final degrees of the South Node is collectively purging all of our collective shit. What did I say? This is important. I want you all to write this down, please. And this is, I want you to forgive yourself for the role that you played in it. I want you to forgive yourself for the role that you played in it. Because although a lot of this is what we're purging for the collective, and we're going to see all these things outside of ourselves that we've done, but what are your addictions? What are the things that you have in your back closet that you don't want to talk about, that you don't even want me to see? That's what we're looking at right now. Because there's going to be a lot of shit happening outside of you. I don't want you to focus on that. I don't want you to focus on that. I want you to see that and say, interesting, interesting. I want you to focus on what's in your closet, what's in your trauma basement, what's happening in your family, in your flock, and your team. And we're leaders here. We're entrepreneurs. You know, we are... I don't want to use the term famous, but like we all, if you're here with me, you have a level of knownness because you shine, because you're out there in the community and people look to you as a leader. Yeah, I'm out in the fucking world like this, or I'll be at the grocery store and people ask me like, "Excuse me, miss, do you know where this is?" It's because I walk tall and I have my head proud and I shine like a freaking alien and people are like, "Oh, she knows what she's doing." Yeah, that's you. That's you. So, interesting. I see that side of myself. Interesting. I'm not going to focus on that. Actually, I'm going to go to Marshall's and I'm going to get a new candle and I'm going to take a bubble bath and I'm going to really unpack the fact that my mother really didn't treat me the right way that I needed her to when I was growing up. So I'm going to love myself in the way that she couldn't. And I'm going to let myself grieve that. And I'm gonna let myself be a little uncomfortable for a few minutes. I know there's some shit happening out there that's really ringing bells and trying to get me to focus on it, but my gut is going off, so I'm gonna really look at my nervous system. I'm gonna calm my nervous system. I'm gonna breathe deeply. I'm gonna sink into my gut. I'm gonna know that I'm safe and I'm grounded. I'm gonna wiggle my toes. I'm gonna put them in the dirt as often as I can, and I'm just gonna touch all the things around me, and I'm gonna say I'm safe and I'm okay. Even though what happens to me, even though there's some really fucked up shit going on out there, even though Pluto's fucking retrograde, going back into Capricorn, every single system, every single bad fucker out there, every single baddie, it's their final stand. Whatever you believe, whatever that means for you. But the negative energies that are being purged here, it's like, I want to reference this next. Forgive yourself for the role you played. Really trust your gut here. Really, really trust your gut. So this is our 12th house of soul purpose, healings, closures, and coming home. This is a Piscean run house. And right now we have Neptune in Pisces and we have Saturn in Pisces. Sarah, what does that mean? So Neptune is like our Poseidon in the sky. He's like, I use the analogy of Neptune is the tidal wave that comes in and just collectively fucks your shit up and just takes everything out of your life. Everything, every good, bad, and ugly thing that you thought that you needed, every single thing. And you look up in the sky or you look out into the ocean and you're like, Poseidon, what the fuck? And Poseidon goes, oh, but look at all the space you have for new and healthy activities. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Yeah, let your ego go and get rid of all that, whatever it was, and just start building it new. So that's this fucker right over here. And he's a slow mover. He's going to be here for a bit. And we have Saturn that just went into Pisces in early March of this year. And Saturn is our puppet time, our disciplinarian. He's, you know, the one in the sky that's just like, he's like, Grandpa, like, did you do your taxes? Why the fuck didn't you do your taxes? Why didn't you do your fucking taxes? Go do your fucking taxes. Like, Grandpa's a broken system, and I'll get to them. I'm like, no one's concerned with me. Do your fucking taxes. Saturn's going to make sure you do your taxes. Whatever that analogy means for you. And so Saturn is in the sign of Pisces, which is soul purpose, healings, closures, and coming home, but also disillusionment. You know, there's the positive side and then there's the negative side. The Piscean, the evolved Piscean, they see into both worlds. They see the world through just incredibly rose-colored glasses, and they're so empathetic and so loving. Like, there's a Pisces gentleman bartender that I work with, bless his soul, that as soon as something happens, like if a table snaps at me or something's going wrong, he's like, your vibe's off, what's up? He's like, you got this, you can do this, because it's in the middle of it. Because if anybody knows me, whenever I'm starting to flounder, don't ask me what's wrong. Just be like, I'm feeling everything, I know everything, I can't talk about it. Just come up to me and be like, you got this. You're good. You're good. You got this. That's what we need right now. But with all of this energy, with Saturn being our heavy hitter and Neptune being like a little bit of the magical world over here in Pisces, there's going to be so many false prophets, false information, or not false is the wrong word, but, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. As soon as you awaken, all you want to do is help everybody around you and say, how can you not see that you're being manipulated and lied to? How can you not see this? But right now, at this point, if you haven't seen it, there's somewhat of a choice that's been happening there, that it's really time to recognize the choices that we've made and forgive yourself for the role you played in whatever you didn't let yourself take the blinders off in the situation. I'm so guilty of it too. I'm unpacking really big things, really big addictions, really big, like, oh my God, this is okay. This was helped me before. This is totally fine. And then it's like, no, can't do that no more, honey. Can't do that no more. No ma'am. Because this analogy was, it hits hard. It's like, if we're using something that used to help us, it used to feel really good. You know, for a lot of people, that's either drinking or, you know, smoking cannabis flower, whatever it may be. After a while, you know, if it's something that helps you get from point A to point B, you know, if you're with me, you've gone through some fucking traumas, you've gone through some shit, like there's a lot that's happened to you. So like you used something just to make yourself feel better. But after the trauma and after you've gone through the thing, it's like drinking the amoxicillin because it tastes like bubblegum and it's so good. Because it tastes like bubblegum. It was so good. It was so good. Oh my God. But like, yeah. Yankee Candle made a candle a while ago. It was called Cherry Blossom or something, that I still have a votive of because it literally smells exactly like the bubblegum amoxicillin. I'm not even kidding. They don't make it anymore. But it was just one of those things, and it's like totally unhealthy and not really good for you to be using those sterile candles. I'm sure all of you have had those moments where it's like, the thing I used to love is so bad for me. Why did you have to put so many chemicals in the candles? But, you know, happy full moon in Scorpio, if you will. But, you know, we have Venus down here in Gemini still in our third house of communication. So when you say interesting in that moment, I'll wrap it up. When you say interesting in that moment, know that that's going to be the way that you present it will be eloquent, might be a little bit like, but they'll receive you so well. Because like, you just can't get mad at a Gemini when they're chatting. You're just keep on talking. Just keep on talking. You're so cute. Tell me another story. I love you. So when anything, this is what I wanted to reference. This is what I was referencing before. I want you to use this. If anything happens to you, or if anything happens outside of you that's like, whatever it may be, that would make you want to pick up the phone and call your alien friend. I'm aging myself by doing this. And be like, Sarah, what the fuck is going on? So just prepare yourself now for that moment. And instead of saying, what the fuck, why can't I call Sarah? Say, interesting. I remember Sarah saying something about that. Interesting. Okay. If this is a person that's physically standing in front of you, saying like a boss says something to you, or you know, something like that, just say, interesting. Thank you for the information. I'm gonna go home and talk to my spouse, my partner, or I'm just gonna take a pause. I'm gonna time out. I'm just gonna give myself the time to process this. I'm not gonna answer you right now. I'm just gonna make my own decision about what's going on. I'm just gonna take my time on this one. And then you're gonna go home. And if you are single like me, or if you are, let me rephrase, our words are our spells. I'll unpack that. If you are between relationships like myself and you are waiting for your husband, your wife, whomever it may be, I want you to look in the mirror and say, okay, what is my gut telling me? Talk to yourself. What's going on? What do I think about this? What's the plan of action? What's really happening? What's going on? What do I do? And this is good, bad, ugly. This is all the things. Spouse, partner, after you have had that moment, then you go talk to your team. You talk, if you don't have a spouse or partner, or if you do have a spouse or partner, I want you to talk to them. Include your kiddos in this. Include everybody. What do you think about this? Ask the babies. They're telepathic right now. You'll get a gut reaction from them as well and say, what do you think about this? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? These are legitimate things that I'm offering to you right now. Like legitimate things. I'll take this off if you want to take me a little bit more seriously. Like, no, leave these on. For this moment. It doesn't feel like me anymore. That's funny. That's really funny. Let me get that back on. Love it. So interesting. Thank you. Talk to my spouse, talk to my kids, talk to the babies, talk to the dog, talk to who's in inner circle. Not team, inner circle first, then team. Once you've decided, this is what I believe, hella high water, this is what we believe, this is what we've decided, this is what's right for us, this is our belief system, because the realities that we live in out there are so fucking different. Like, I genuinely don't think that you live in the same, like, at-home reality that I do. Yeah, this ship does not stop sailing constantly. It is such a good time. I know, it's fun. It's fun. But, so when things happen outside of yourself, just be like, okay, time out. Time out. What do I believe? What do we believe? What are we going to do about it? Do we need to do anything about it? Do we need to react? Do we need to even react? That's another big one that just popped into my head. Do we need to even react? Because right now, full moons are fucking volatile energy. We are all the werewolf. We are all the werewolf with a fucking scorpion tongue, with a freaking Gemini mouth right now. My goodness, with Mars and Cancer. Like, Jesus God. If we thought the last eclipse was volatile energy, this is volatile energy. Don't be manifesting. Don't do anything. Just let things go. And do your own research. She's about to get wild. It's awesome. Look at it with the curiosity of a child. There's nothing bad out there. I mean, there's bad things are here. The bad people are on the planet already, manipulating you right now. They're the ones that are making your gut go off. And even sometimes the person delivering the information doesn't even know that they're being manipulated, and that's the hottest part. Okay. I'm wrapping it up. So, interesting. Stimulus. Taking my time, making my own decisions. Take all the time you need, but decide. And then when you go back out, you don't have to justify your decision if you have to make one. I would love it if we didn't react, if we didn't have to react. That'd be super cool. If you're like, oh my God, that is fucking up, down, or side to side. That is terrifying. That is beautiful. That was wonderful. Like, but let's remember it's Taurus season. Let's go back to a Taurus reaction. A Tauran reaction to winning the fucking lottery would be, so many taxes. So many taxes to pay now. Oh my God. So let's have that quiet reaction instead of like the hullabaloo. But, and forgive yourself for all the times, whatever that stimuli, that thing, previously it'd make your gut go off and you were like, fuck. I knew back then. I should have trusted my gut back then. I know what you're talking about now, Sarah. Cool. So if we don't have to react, don't react. If we don't have to engage, don't engage. If you do have to react and you do have to say something, say, this is the decision that I've made. This is what is best for me. End of sentence. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to rationalize it. You don't have to explain yourself or your ideals. And you do not have to soapbox the information that you know, because the person that's standing in front of you probably is not open to it, probably has been aware of it for a while and is choosing not to have that reality. So just say no, yes, maybe, another time, or that's not for me. And that's it. That's it. Yeah, expect the unexpected and do your own research. Really. Like, I'm not the creme de la creme of the ones who understand the eclipses fully. My little power mode was kicking in, so it's time to, it was like it's time to play the music. Don't play the music on me. Don't cry out loud. Sorry. I think that's it for right now, everyone. Hang on to your knickers, girls. And do your research. Trust yourself. And really, no one else, including me. I don't have all of the answers. I can only offer what has worked for me, my perspective, and a few really fun stories along the way. But I am Sarah, your alien friend. I'm a starseed. Not human, not from around here. But this is why I came. Ciao, please comment below and let me know what you're going through, and we're going to get into it in each of the individual readings. And remember that these are rising sign readings. These are general whole sign, rising sign readings, but they can be read for your sun sign as well as your moon sign as well. Ciao, I love you.